Welcome Capricorn and Capricorn cross watchers to your to your reading for the full moon in Taurus and the lunar eclipse on October 28th. Whoops. That's an awful lot of cards. Yeah, that's way too many. Okay. So we have the Strength card here. Whoops. All right. With the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Capricorn, I feel like there is some information that's making its way to you. I feel like you're going to realize that there's somebody that really wants to work with you here. I also want to say somebody can't keep their mouth shut. And I feel like in some type of way, obviously not with any, malicious intent or anything, but I feel like you're silencing somebody here. It's almost like somebody that may have talked a lot of, shiz about you. Now they're going around talking about how great you are because they want to work with you, because they've realized something different about you it's like they're trying to renege on all of the garbage that they were talking about you, or sorry, that they were Now they want to almost kind of like clear up all of the shiz they were talking about you by talking about how great you are. But it's like if this person thinks they have any chance of proving to you that things are different or they're going to be different or whatever, or kind of fight for getting another chance with you. I'm hearing like getting an audience with you, at least to listen to them. It's like it's a long road to hoe for this person. I'm not sure that you're going to be open to them. It's almost like you're looking at it like if this person wants to get your attention, I feel like they would have a better time shutting up. You know what I mean? Don't talk good, don't talk bad, just stop talking. You know what I mean? Just stop talking about Capricorn. How about we start there? I feel like there's been a lot of talk about you lately. It feels like there's been, not that you've had to do a lot of damage control, but I feel like it's come to your attention recently that a lot of people have a lot of things to say about you. And I feel like there seems to be something here. Hold on, before I speak on it. Okay. We're going to pull a card on this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords for Capricorn. Queen of Cups. Somebody is regretting. Okay. This is kind of what it feels like. Something fell apart between you and somebody. Neither of you is happy about it. But I feel like, from what I'm seeing, that the other person knows where they went wrong. And it's almost like, it doesn't mean that you were perfect and you did nothing wrong and all that type of stuff, okay? Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. I'm not seeing that either way. It feels more that whatever happened between the two of you, this person went too far. They took it way too far and they know it. And I feel like they regret it, for sure. It doesn't feel like this person, they miss you. It's almost this energy of like they would take anything, or they would give anything to take it back. I feel like there may have been something with kids involved. Maybe this person said something about one of your kids. Something like that. Or they used, it could be that. I'm not feeling into that clearly. It feels like for some of you it could be that the two of you may have been friends for a long time and they wish that they could go back to when the two of you were friends when you were younger and what that was. instead of what it's turned into. I'm going to be honest, Cap. I think you're still hurt about it. I think from what I'm seeing, it looks like you you're not giving this person any attention. You're not paying them any, you're paying them no mind, if you will. But for what I'm seeing, the hurt is there. You were deeply, deeply hurt by whatever happened here. And I feel like it has caused you to have a glow up here. And I feel like you know that. You know what I mean? It's like people might be like, oh, Cap, you look so great. You look so good. What have you been doing? And you're like, oh, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's bittersweet, right? Because maybe you take better care of yourself in whatever way, or you're dressing nicer or whatever. Um, but it came at such a cost. It feels. It's this energy of like, and listen, this isn't to be like cocky or blah blah blah, okay? So it's got nothing, none of that type of energy in it, but it's like it feels lonely at the top type deal. I feel like if you had a choice, it wouldn't be this way. But whatever happened between you and this person, it's like as soon as I said, you wish it didn't have to be this way, I immediately felt, but that's just unacceptable. Whatever happened between you and this person, it's like, it feels like it's one of those drop dead deal breakers. So, I feel like it's hard for you to move on. Doesn't mean that it's hard for you to like, maintain and do your thing and all that sort of stuff, but it feels like you're not quite ready to be open to anything really. So we have the three, yeah, like here's the Three of Cups and the Lovers. So the Three of Cups usually talks about, for me as a reader anyway, every card has a lot of meanings. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. For me as a reader, the Three of Cups usually means that there's too many people involved. And the Lovers usually means that you're being faced with a choice. And I feel like, especially with the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like you've made this resolve or this promise to yourself that what happened, the depth at which you were hurt by what happened, that it'll never happen again. It's this energy of like, that will never happen again. And I feel like there's this element of, I don't think it will. And it's not that people aren't going to be jerks and all that type of stuff, because people are people. They just are what they are, right? Some are, some can have a really positive impact, and other people are still really hurting and need to heal, right? And I feel like the reason that won't happen again is because you've changed. And now I want to be clear. It doesn't mean that like, oh, your heart is closed forever and all that type of stuff, okay? It feels more that the way you approach things is different. You give people less chances. And, little sidebar between me and you, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying like, I think I've given you too many chances. Or it's like, if someone tells you with their actions that they're going to be a jerk, you're not going to fight them on it. Not that you did terribly before, but it's like if there had already been a history between you and somebody, you may have given them extra leeway. And this situation with this person, with how deeply they've hurt you, that'll never happen again. Because you won't, like, that's not ever going to happen again. And I feel like for those of you that this is resonating for, it's not even like a resounding like, yeah, that's right. It's just this kind of like a somber nod, like, that's right. Whatever happened here seemed to have a deep, profound impact on you. I feel like it changed the way you look at love, in that it changed, oh, that's a bit sad. I feel like it changed how much hope you put in people and how much hope you put in love. I feel like there's this energy of, like, for example, just to describe the energy, may not be the actual situation. It's like, if you're in a relationship with someone, friend, relation, like romantic, whatever it is, if the two of you have a good history together, but then that person starts to like turn on you, maybe they're saying comments, maybe they're going through something, whatever it is, right? Maybe in the past, if they would do something, you would kind of be like, okay, well, they did that, but they've done all this other stuff in the past, so, I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. But now you're like, okay, then that gets worked into the fold of how you see them and the lens, and how much of yourself you give to them. It's like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It doesn't mean if they say one wrong thing, you're going to completely write them off, right? It just means that nothing is going to get ignored. And I feel like in that, when people do good to you, when they do kind things to you, that it really means something to you. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, you're just looking at the bad more. You're looking at things through a real, true perspective, instead of what you want things to be, or what things were, not what they are. So, I think we're going to pull from a different deck. I'm just looking at the decks 1 second here. Can we get another card for Capricorn? What's coming up? I was going to say, what's coming up in love for Capricorn? We have the Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. That's the Ace of Swords twice. So, where is it? There. Okay. Bear with me. It's interesting that we have Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, which are consecutive cards with the Ace of Swords in between, because I feel like there's going to be someone that approaches you that you may initially write off as being like too immature, or too, whatever, but it's like, or they're too young, or you're at different places in your lives, or something like that, right? It seems like there's this big divide here. And it feels like there's going to be something that I feel like you seem to give this piece of it. Okay. May not be the actual situation, but I feel like you give a piece of advice to this person and you see them respond really well to it, and it makes you feel really respected. And I'm going to be honest, that's not something that comes along very often, right? It's like, maybe a lot of people are, kind and da-da-da-da-da, but to feel respected, I feel like that seems to hit different with you. It feels like that seems to be something that really makes you feel differently, or, feel some type of way. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to be running headlong into a new connection with this person, but it definitely feels like their behavior has caused you to have some soft feelings towards them. I feel like it grows to this like mutual respect, because I feel like this is somebody that they were like this way. They were given some good advice. They took it and they improved. Like, how often does that happen? Right? A lot of the time people don't want to, improving is not always easy. I mean, most of the time it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a willingness to not just realize, but accept and then evict a part of yourself that was no longer working, or improve that part of yourself, right? And a lot of people aren't willing to admit that there is something that they were doing that wasn't benefiting them. And I feel like the experience with this person makes you look at relationships with people as, it's almost like people don't have to be in this place. Not that you were before, okay? But it's like people don't have to be in this place in their life. They don't have to have this or be this or do that, or, be a certain age or whatever. It's like they have to be willing, like ready, willing, and able to improve themselves. I feel like that's a bigger deal to you than anything. Now, God damn it. I was going to say, how does this person feel about Capricorn? And we got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is already here. With the Knight of Swords. Here's the thing. I'm not so sure this person's going to stick around. They may. I feel like there's something here that seems to be a little bit hurtful when they exit your life. It feels like it's one of those situations where there isn't anything big. The two of you just start to drift apart. And I feel like it may be more hurtful towards you than it is towards them. And not because they're doing anything, but just because the interaction between the two of you, it's like you made them feel better about themselves and feel more confident, and now they're going out and they're doing more stuff and they're taking more risks, and they're, calculated risks, right? And so you've opened up this whole new world to them, but they did something different for you. They made you feel that you could trust them. And it does feel like this person isn't going to be untrustworthy in that, they're going to spill all your secrets. But it feels like you felt that the two of you were building some sort of connection. And I feel like, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like at the end of the day, you end up seeing that it may have meant more to you than it did to them. So, we're going to pull one more card here for advice. Oh, advice or what can Capricorn expect? Some advice. So we have the Devil. Jesus, Murphy. Okay. Sorry, I guess I'm catching an attitude here. We have the Devil with the Tower. Here's what's interesting. I actually feel like somebody is going to come kind of prancing into your life. And I don't say prancing with any connotation other than like this person's going to act like they're, joyfully coming, prancing into, I don't know why I keep saying that. Prancing into your life like they're going to come in and stir up some shiz. And there's something about the interaction that you've had with this person up here that this one can't touch you. It's almost like they might come in with this tower garbage and try to, I almost said tower nonsense. You know what I mean? And like, and there's something about, it's like maybe you wouldn't have been entirely open to this person, but there would have been a very different dynamic between the two of you had you not met this one. Because it's almost this energy of, may not be the actual situation, but just to capture the energy, and then I'll wrap up the read. I know it's getting kind of long. It's like if in the past you had never felt what it like to be truly loved and respected, and this person showed you what it felt like. And it's almost like there's something about the fact that it's not as big of a deal to this person as it is to you. It's like that actually seems to help, in that it's like you realize that there are people that show love and respect to people, period. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be earned. It doesn't have to be, not that you were doing this, okay? It doesn't have to be begged and pleaded and fought for. It's just who these people are. And I feel like in that, then this Tower Devil person tries to come in and like, look at me, and you're like, haha, hard no. Sorry, I'm catching an attitude, I know that. But it's like, but this person coming in, it's like you can see the toxicity, like fumes coming off, like Pigpen and, what's that? All I can think is the word Lucy. Charlie Brown. But it's like they have this aura of almost like, this is just what I'm seeing, almost like a flames kind of coming off them. And you may have seen them before as through a very different lens. And now it's like you're not going to touch them with a 40-foot clown pole. And I feel like that in and of itself feels really good. So Capricorn, I think I will leave it there. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. If you like what I do, please like, comment, subscribe. It does help the channel. I will, of course, have the mini love reads coming out on Sunday. And then next week, we will probably have the November 2023 monthly love readings. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.